What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, the podcast that no one ever gets sick of, the number one up and coming podcast. You know what it is. You wouldn't know unless you clicked on this thing. It's the You Might Be Surprised podcast. Let's get it. Woo! Drinking that whiskey, just not a lot. That bourbon. Some say bourbon is the drink of manly men. Bourbon's that type of drink that like you just like want to put in your mouth. Like it looks like a great experience, and you really have to force yourself to like it. But you know, it's your boy is drinking bourbon. What is up, everyone? How is everyone doing? You know, it's another episode of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. I hope you all are doing great. If you're recording, I'm recording, you're listening. If you're listening to this right when it drops, thank you. You're a real OG. It means a lot. My pre-workout on my desk, promise it's not cocaine. My computer is also sounds like it's taking off. But yeah, drinking that bourbon. I believe it's episode like 72. I kind of stopped counting, and I don't even know if I like the number system anymore. But I'm gonna take a sip of this, and we'll get into this episode, boy. No ice, no nothing. Straight up pure fire in my mouth. Currently, it is a Friday night. I'm recording this podcast episode, dude. And it's the comfortable episode. Your boy's comfy. Normally, I'm wearing jeans, shoes, and all that stuff. Like, I'm like going about through my day, and then I decided to do my podcast. But today, just wearing just a baggy shirt, some basketball shorts, dude, and I'm not even wearing socks. Hey, drop a like if I should start an OnlyFans. I'll post some photos of my feet, dude. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, dude. I went to the gym on a Friday. On a Friday. Sorry, strong guys. Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, strong guys. Let me do my best Chris D'Elia impression right here. Are you ready? Your boy went to the gym on a Friday. Hate to break it to you, but sorry, strong guys. Sorry, strong guys. Now, did they film Point Break on my back after I just did back day? Yeah. Dude, when I was at the gym, I slapped, dude. Now, did I put the bar on my back? Yes. Did I also slap 2 plates on each side? Yes. For the people that don't know what a plate means, that's 45 pounds. And did I put that shit on my back? And did I... Oh, you thought I squatted with that? Huh. Sorry, strong guys. I did lunges. 4 sets of 10 with 135 pounds on my back. Sorry, strong guys. Sorry. Some of you guys probably have no idea what's going on. That was my best Chris D'Elia impersonation. Oh my gosh. Sorry, strong guys. Let me take off this sweatshirt. Oh my gosh. I just had to do that. I was, because I knew I was gonna talk about how I went to the gym on a Friday because your boy has nothing better else to do on a Friday night because I'm lonely and I'm sitting in my room talking to myself on a podcast. But besides that, I was like, dude, I should do my best Chris D'Elia impersonation because my name's also Chris. Sorry to break your heart, strong guys. Anyways, dude. This is the greatest thing about podcasting, in my opinion, is that, like, some podcasts have a goal, right? And some podcasts want to get over information. Not my podcast. I mean, my podcast, like I do want to talk about certain things, but my podcast literally is you click on it, you download it, and you will literally be surprised about what I'm talking about or what I'm doing on this podcast. Sometimes I'm drinking coffee, sometimes I'm drinking whiskey, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. But yeah, I did go to the gym. I actually did shoulders, didn't even do legs. I did some shoulders. I've been trying to like actually get super ripped and jacked, just because I've always wanted to. And I'm just trying to, I kind of want that physique. Even though girls prefer dad bods. Hey, serious question here to the girls. I'm gonna post this on TikTok, so girls, stop scrolling. Your boy has a question. Why do dad bods make sense for you guys? I'm very confused. Like, should I stop going to the gym? If you're a girl, tweet at me, DM me, comment. Should I stop going to the gym? Is it even worth it? Like, should I, instead of curling 50 pounds and benching 225 and squatting almost 300, should I just quit all that and just start lifting Big Macs to my face? Is that what I should be doing? Huh? I think I watched something at some point where like the girls were like, well, the reason why we like dad bods is because we like to feel safe. Hey, question. Huh? Hey, you gonna feel safe with a dad bod with you? Or are you gonna feel safe with somebody who's ripped? Here's a question. If a guy breaks in, who's gonna protect you? The dad bod who's just not gonna do anything, who's gonna sit there? Or the man who works out, and chances are if he works out, he listens to Joe Rogan, and chances are if he listens to Joe Rogan, then chances are he might have a bow, or he might know jujitsu. So if a guy comes in to rob you, you don't think that the guy who has a six-pack, who listens to Joe Rogan, who may or may not be trained in jujitsu or has a bow, is going to protect you more than the guy who lifts Big Macs up into his mouth? Hey, dude, this podcast is only facts, all right? This podcast is only straight facts. So let me know. Oh my gosh, man. Let's actually get into this episode. One thing I really want to talk about on this podcast is I really wanted to jump into this Travis Scott thing that happened this past weekend. If you don't know who Travis Scott is, or if you just aren't aware of the whole situation, Travis Scott is probably the biggest rapper behind Drake and Kanye. Some might even rank him higher than those two. I'm not really for sure, but he does make some banger music, I will say. But he has a show that he does. I think he's done it once or twice before, and it's a festival that he puts on called Astroworld. Also the name of one of his number one selling albums. So pretty much, if you didn't see what happened, 9 people died at this Astroworld festival. And it's a tragic thing. I feel so bad for the families of the people who lost their kids, or who lost a loved one throughout this whole thing. It's terrible. No one should go to a concert and be wondering as a parent or as somebody who is in their families if they're going to make it home that night. That's absolutely terrible. I feel so bad because I've been to so many concerts, and like never once was I ever like, I might die at this concert, unless I was in a mosh pit. But like that, it's just a tragic thing. So I kind of want to get my take on it because I've been to a lot of concerts myself. I've probably seen around 100 bands live. Most of the concerts I go to are metal concerts, so I can kind of weigh in on the Travis Scott thing, because Travis Scott's concerts are known for being absolutely brutal. Now, are they as brutal as a metal concert? I guess they're worse, to be honest, if people are dying. but I know what it's like, and I know the concert culture. There's a culture when it comes to concerts. There's either one or two types of people that go. There's one or three. Sorry. There's the people that go to the concerts who are just fans and they really want to see whoever's perform. They don't drink. They stay safe. They normally sit towards the back of the concert, or if they're feeling super anxious, they might be in the mosh pit or trying to get up front. Then there's the people who go to the concerts to solely get drunk and to start havoc. There's this thing where you're just so excited, you start drinking, and then it's not good when you drink at concerts, especially ones with large crowds, because it's very hard to get out, to get water, to go to the bathroom. If it's an outside concert, then you have heat exhaustion on top of the drinking. It doesn't end well. And then you have the third one, which I think is being more and more realistic for any type of concert, and it's the people that go there and they take drugs. You know, when you go to a concert, chances are you're not bringing in drugs, but drugs do get in, especially if we're talking about Travis Scott concert. You know that there's weed there. You know there's Molly, cocaine. You would think it's harder to sneak drugs in than what it really is. It's actually pretty simple. I'm sure like you could think of hundreds of ways to do it. For example, at metal shows, you're not allowed to bring in the chain that attaches to wallets. And if you don't know, metalheads like to carry these wallets. So there's a trick that you do is you put the metal chain inside your shoe. So then that way you can bring it in through security, because no one's ever really checking your shoe for something. Just for an example. So if people can sneak in metal chains and get away through a metal detector, then dude, they're bringing in drugs, they're bringing in all that type of stuff. So I kind of want to break it down a little bit because I feel like I have a hot take that's not the same take that everyone else is taking. So there's 50,000 people there. Supposedly it was overbooked, which is absolutely crazy. And I don't know if this would have happened if COVID wasn't a thing, because everyone is trying to escape COVID right now. Luckily for me, I live in Wisconsin and COVID is literally not a thing. Like, it's still happening, but like you could just go about your life and do everything, especially if you're vaxxed. So everyone is just dying for some sort of thing to do, especially in Texas. Well, I guess they're wide open. I think it happened in Houston. But so they oversold. So it was supposed to be 50,000 people. It was oversold. So now a lot of people are like, hey, how does 9 people die at a concert? Let me tell you, when you're at a concert with 50,000 people, I was at the Deer District with 65,000, and dude, you cannot move. You get in there and you cannot move. You're lucky to buy a drink. If not, if you sneak in stuff, if you're doing drugs, if you brought your own alcohol and you somehow got that through security and you're drunk, you're outside. It's an all-day affair. It's obviously, these things are all-day affairs. It's hot. It's in Texas. People are they need water. Their heat exhaustion is a thing. If you're drinking, that just makes you even more dehydrated. You're in the Texas heat. And not to mention, you're at a concert where Travis Scott, his whole thing for his concerts are let's get the most wild shit there. Like, if you're a wild boy, I'm pretty sure he literally said, let the wild ones come in. Don't show up if you're not wild, and don't show up if you're not going to go hard. Which I get, which like when you go to a concert, especially from being someone who's a metal fan, you go to these concerts and dude, you want to mosh, you want to let the music bring out of you. And of course, dude, there's always going to be those dickheads that just don't allow people to leave. They get mad at when you're trying to go past them and stuff. And especially it's Travis Scott. He's one of the largest people out there right now. So when you're in this crowd of 50,000 people, especially if you have a good spot, you do not want to leave. You do not want to leave. So everyone, all of the openers play. Supposedly there's no one has died up to that. I don't know if they all like the 9 deaths happened during Travis Scott. I'm pretty sure that's when they did. But supposedly when Travis Scott went on stage, the whole crowd rushed the stage. And I've been in those situations where you are in the middle of the crowd, and when the band comes on and plays, everyone rushes the stage, and all of a sudden you'll be in the middle and you'll be pushed all the way up to the gate. You somehow get pushed all the way up, and then you get swung back. Dude, concerts get absolutely crazy, especially if you're talking about a young crowd like Travis Scott. He's bringing in the people who are 17, 18, 19 to like 30, dude. These people who are wild, they're doing drugs, they're doing all this stuff. So it makes sense, especially if it's overbooked. Now, there's the 9 deaths. Travis Scott, the crowd was trying to get his attention, saying, hey, there's people out here collapsing. And here's my hot take on all this. Everyone's blaming Travis Scott. And I'm not saying he's not to blame, because I think he is. He definitely could be doing more about the whole situation, and he should have checked in on the crowd. You know, when you're at these concerts, every concert I've gone to, there's always a slow period where the singer checks on the crowd and says, hey, how you guys doing? Now, in a crowd of 50,000 people, it's very hard if you're in the back saying, hey, someone's collapsed, they're dying here. And this is where I think the conversation needs to be had, rather than blaming Travis Scott as much as he is to blame. I think the conversation needs to be had about the management of the concert, and that side of the deal. If you're dealing with 50,000 people where you know that it's a wild type of concert, you need all the people at this concert that you can get. You need people going through there, double checking, make sure everyone's okay. You need cops. You need people for crowd surfing. You need people up front. You need people in the back. There should have been gates of people where they weren't allowed to get into, scattered throughout the 50,000 people. So if something happened, at least there's a higher authority, someone who's meant to deal with these types of situations that could have helped these people in their time of need. Do you see what I'm saying here? We can blame Travis Scott all we want. Now maybe we blame Travis Scott for not. I mean, it's his show, he's putting it on, but his management should have stopped the selling of more tickets. Should have thought more and said, hey, there's 50,000 people here, and we just got done with a pandemic, and everyone's just trying to have some fun with people flying in. We should probably double up. We should probably be passing out water. We should probably spend $10,000 of our freaking budget for this concert and make sure we're passing out water to people, so they're not dying in this heat exhaustion freaking place. And it's absolutely tragic. I read today that it was 8 that died. Now it's 9. Someone just died in the hospital, and it's absolutely tragic. And where I think Travis Scott is fucking up is his reaction to the whole thing. It seemed dishonest. There's memes going around where it's black and white, where there's people who are filming something dumb like, oh, my egg broke, and then they flip the camera and then it's Travis Scott, like, just not, like, during his apology video, just like going like this, and I don't know. But one of the things that he did that I think he did wrong is he refunded everyone's ticket, which I think was the complete wrong move. And so everyone's like making the deal he refunded the ticket because the people died, they didn't get the show, which is bullshit. They got the full show. Travis Scott only stopped his concert 10 minutes before it was supposed to end, after they found out something was happening. They got the full show. If Travis Scott was really serious, he would have, those people already paid for it. It's all done. They didn't need the refund. That money is already gone. He should have took the funds that he made from the ticket sales and distributed that out to the 9 families that had lost one of their loved ones and paid for the funeral. That's what he should have done. Instead, he gave the people back their money, which I guess whoever thought of that should be fired, and his management should be absolutely fired. And there was a hot take on a podcast I was listening to. It's like, is this going to change the way concerts go? Are you going to have to sign agreements for concerts? And I don't think so, man. If anything, if this doesn't absolutely destroy Travis Scott, which I don't want his career to be done with, I think it's absolutely terrible. And maybe that's the wrong thing to be saying, but like, I think that there needs to be a restructuring of how larger concerts are done with, especially with concerts that don't have multiple stages. Like, this is where it really fucked up too, is there's only one stage. So you can't really maintain that. Like, there's not like everyone's in a centralized place. It's really hard to crowd manage, I get. But what I was going to say is does this hurt Travis Scott? And low key, I think it's only going to improve him, because now the bars are raised that Travis Scott's concerts are so wild and so crazy and so upbeat that people died at them. And he's going to have the reputation of that. And I think, it's only like, people will be like, damn, I have to go see a Travis Scott concert now. His concerts are so good, they could kill somebody, right? I hope it's not like that. I don't I don't know. I guess like you just sit and wait it out, and then you start performing again. I don't know. It's just I think he should have did more for the families instead of just paying for the funeral. Because, dude, these people lost a loved one, and no amount of money will ever replace that away from a actual life. But the least you could have done was just took your earnings and gave it to the 9 families, dude. You make so much goddamn money that the least you could have done was just don't even publicize it too. Don't even say to the public that you gave them this too. Because then it just helps you. Just don't say anything and just do it. Some things are better to be done in private than in public, especially when you're dealing with celebrities. Those families don't want the clout. You shouldn't want the clout for even presenting that. Like, oh, I gave $5 million to the families, yada yada yada. That's not what should be happening. Supposedly there's also a guy that was running around with a needle with fentanyl, which goes back to my whole thing about my whole rant about letting the people in. It's so easy to sneak drugs in. The crowd management, there should have been more people there to stop that. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That was a long rant. That was a very long rant that I just felt like I had to get off my chest. It was something I thought about, especially because I've been to so many concerts. I really feel like I can weigh in and stuff because, dude, man, some concerts, dude, are really crazy. They're really crazy, and it's really hard to manage that. And there's been concerts where I'm in mosh pits and shit like that, where I do think that I could get severely hurt. I've had so many people follow me. I've been into wall deaths. I've done all that. And I really think that the management is what needs to be better. There needs to be more people, and that job's so hard to fill. No one wants to go deal with drunk people. No one wants to. It's terrible. That's a terrible job. Absolutely terrible job. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't even know where to go after that. I have no idea, man. I have no idea whatsoever. I have some other things written down. No one texted me? Yes. Who else gets very upset when like you don't look at your phone for like an hour, or like you're at the gym and stuff and you set your phone aside and then you go back to your phone and no one has texted you and you're like, oh, I guess I'm not important to anyone. Or it's even worse when you see you have a text and you look at the text and then it's your mom or dad. And then you're like, I wish I didn't even have a text, if I'm being completely honest. Oh my gosh, man. I'm feeling some type of way now because I'm like very upset with that whole situation. But I'm gonna try to move on and talk about some other things here that I had. Oh, there was a couple of articles that I sent my way that I thought was absolutely hilarious. I've been streaming a lot too, fun fact, and I've also been making hella vlogs. YouTube.com, Chris Lynch, and Twitch. You might be surprised. Oh, dude, there was this article that this woke somebody made. I'm not even gonna give the name of the person who made this, but it says 6 designs that white people never notice are racist. And I wanted to read through this just to see what it was. And dude, this girl's just wanting clicks because she put automatic faucets, and I was like, what? So that's something that I saw this week. That's something I saw this week. Dude, what's if I'm very inclined into the YouTube culture. It's something that I've been a part of for a very long time. Like, if you're in the YouTube culture, like that's like the Logan Paul, the FaZe Clan, the Optic Gaming, and pretty much just like anyone that you follow, someone who's just a straight up creator. And I've been in that game for like a while. Like I was watching YouTube videos as shows since I was like in 8th grade, and like I've always wanted to create videos. I have videos on my hard drive back from when I was like 8th grade, which doesn't even seem that long ago, but it's fucking 12 years ago. Imagine what would have happened if I just kept creating videos. Well, you live and you learn, huh? But dude, YouTube's taken away their like button, and I've never been more inclined to dislike videos now. After all the time that I've been watching content and wanting to create content and now creating content, the like button literally just helps the algorithm and helps boost these popular channels and stuff. And I think YouTube is actually becoming more mainstream. It's becoming so mainstream now. Like, dude, I wish that there was a dislike button for all the shitty TV shows that keep getting renewed. For all the shitty TV shows. Dude, who watches Hawaii Five-0? Who watches SWAT? Who watches reality TV besides 50-year-old to 60-year-old white women that just want to get fucked? That's what it comes down to. They just need to get fucked. Huh? You ever say something and then you're like, should I say that? But then you're like, fuck it, I already said it. That was one of those things. But yeah, man. they're getting rid of their like button. And I honestly did not search up why. Hey, question. Hey Siri, why is Google getting rid of like button? This was like a crazy thing. Wait, why is YouTube? The company says that is to keep small creators from being targeted by dislike attacks or harassment. As a small creator, this is some bullshit because, dude, I don't get likes and I don't get dislikes. I just get like the random couple views every now and then. And I think I think the YouTube algorithm needs like a certain amount of hours put in before your videos start getting recommended. Not only do you have to have good thumbnails, not only do you have to have a good description and a good title, you also need to be posting for like 2 years, or you just need to have one video that pops off, and then that's just how it gets started. But yeah, man, I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think hot take. I think we as humans are getting really soft. We're getting really, really soft. We get butthurt over everything, and you can see it in the news. You can see it with our politics. You can see it with now our YouTube creators. You could see it with Instagram, right? Like Instagram wanted to get rid of the likes because they didn't want their small creators to feel like their post didn't care. Oh. Or they really wanted to separate the TikTok thoughts from the casual user to make them all feel equal. There's no likes, so when you post a photo, we all care. Some bullshit, dude. It's some bullshit. You're just trying to appeal to the small, large majority, and what I mean by that is it's the loud voices from the small group that are making all this say and stuff. It's just like the hate comments that you get when you post something, or that you see from like the trending stuff on Twitter, when you see people freaking out and it's like, oh my gosh, 120,000 tweets in the last hour. Dude, that's nothing. That's literally nothing. That's literally not even 1% of the population. That's maybe 2% of the population that's saying something. The other majority of the United States don't give a shit about any of that, dude. There's so many people out there that are just struggling to survive, struggling to go on, and they just don't care about this stuff. So it's the small, large majority that is running all this stuff that these companies are trying to appeal to. And granted, like someone like Facebook, where they sell the information and stuff, and that's how they make their billions of dollars, makes sense for that. The small population that uses, actually, I think there's a lot of people on Facebook. There's a lot of people that want to give their advice on politics and shit like that. I don't know, man. I'm not a large enough creator to really care about this, but I will say, dude, if your video's trash, you should know it, because it's only going to help you out. You need people to tell you that your shit sucks or it's good, or to give you feedback so you can grow. You know, if you don't, I think this is what happens with celebrities. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about somebody who's just so far removed. Oh, that's what it was. I saw a Twitter clip, dude, of Ray J, of a video of Ray J. Not the video that y'all are thinking of, not the most popular one of Ray J, but a different one of him doing an interview, which I didn't even know he did any other videos. But he was saying that he buys shirts and he buys socks and underwear, and then he just buys a pack and he wears them for like 3 days, and then he just throws them away. He doesn't do laundry. And he says it's because I always got to be moving forward, never backwards. And that's what you call a person that is so far removed from society, so far removed from just people, so far removed from just their thoughts, where they're only around rich people, where they're only around people saying, oh, yes, that's a great idea. Hey, Ray J, you don't need to buy socks. You don't need to wash socks. You don't need to wash your shirts. Just buy more. Just buy it from CVS. He says he's buying them from CVS. First of all, what? I don't even buy shirts from CVS, dude. But these people are so far removed from society. I lost my train of thought now of what I was even gonna wrap this back to. But just know that celebrities are so far removed from society. Yeah. I felt like a white girl there taking a shot of tequila. That's one of the funniest things to watch. The funniest thing to watch, search it up. People taking shots. It's hilarious. There's always the people that just made the face that I did who weren't ready for it. That was like, oh, yeah. And then there's the people that try to keep a straight face and they're like, it's just funny. It's just funny, man. Yeah, dude. I feel like we covered a lot of stuff. 40 minutes? Well, it's probably like 38 or something like that. Yeah, man. Let me kind of, if you're listening still, dude, I've been doing this podcast for so long, and when you do something for so long and you don't see like the numbers or like the time and effort that you do, you get discouraged, and I've kind of been super discouraged lately, but I'm still putting in the work. I've been vlogging, I've been podcasting. I really need to get more guests on, because doing a solo podcast is dope until you've done 72 episodes, week after week after week. Sometimes you skip a week, and you're like, damn, like I could continue to rant about fucking blackberries, and why the banana yogurt is better than the strawberry one for like years, but I want to be making content that people can relate to and things like that. So I've been discouraged lately and just been not wanting to produce things. I'm like, oh man, is this even for me? Like, should I even be trying this? And I get down on myself, and then I get right back into it. And like now I'm right back in the swing of things. I'm the creative juices are flowing. I'm working on a couple of things. A clothing brand, dude, is always something I've been so interested in. Interested in, and that's something I'm working on. But the scary thing about that is like there's so much upfront costs you have to do, especially if like when you don't have a following and you're just relying on PPC, paid per click ads, or sorry, PPCA, paid per click ads. And hoping that you can reach out to somebody and they like your stuff and then they can share it to get your company off the ground. That's the scary part, especially like just that whole upfront cost of like getting that all started, the website, actually finding a design that you like and then just buying some product and hopefully you can sell it. But life is all about confidence, and I've been getting some confidence in me. So I'm 25 now. I need to start doing shit with my life. So I'm Optic Hector Rodriguez always says, if you build it, they will come. And he probably got that from somebody smarter than him. But he's smarter than me, so I'm saying his quote that he quoted from somebody. If you build it, they will come. And you just got to keep building and keep going and keep trying things. And you're going to fall flat on your face a lot, but you just got to keep going, man. Keep going. And that's the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going, or I'm going to die trying. Preferably not listening to Astroworld. Oh, all right. That's the podcast. That's the podcast. That's the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry, strong guys. Sorry, Chris D'Elia. I'm the better Chris. Yeah, man. Another week, another episode. I've been loving this shit, man. I've been loving this shit. And I've been doing more things and stuff. It's just I really like podcasting. It's helped me grow. It's helped me become a better talker. It's helped me get over my speech impediment and not really give a fuck about it. But yeah, man, That's the podcast episode 72. I said I didn't know what episode I'm on, but I know what episode I'm on because I'm not a lazy fuck. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. Tell your loved ones that you love them because you never know what's going to happen. And that's the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Chris. You've been beautiful. Try something new. You might be surprised what happens. Peace, guys.